Well, it's night. The sun's set. And it's not bright anymore. It's not light anymore. You're not walking in the sunlight anymore. You don't cease to exist. You're just in a different transition. Tomorrow morning you transition from darkness into light again. And that's a lot like PTSD. Is that in the daylight, your normal life, it transitioned into darkness after what you endured happened. When you became a survivor, the light wasn't as bright anymore. And the doubt, the confusion, trying to deal with the change in you made you feel like you were living in darkness. But I can assure you, just as the sun will come up tomorrow morning, your life can get better. That's a guarantee. But it's only a guarantee if you work at it and if you try to heal the wound. Remember, trauma is Greek for wound. And post means after, so after wound. That's all that changed. You are still who you always were. All the goodness, all the qualities, all the love, all the compassion, your sense of humor, your sarcasm if you're like a few people we know, your stubbornness, again, like a few people we know. You are still you. And how you are doesn't change who you are. But who you are can change how you are, how you live. But when you tap into that stubbornness that made you part of who you are, and the stubbornness, in my case, after every time something happened, it was like, hell no, I'm not giving into it. I beat it, and I'm not giving into it, and I fought back right away. Now, most of you don't know that you can fight back until it's taken hold of you. But even after it's taken hold of you, you can still fight back. A lot of Vietnam veterans have been home, over 40 years. They are fighting to reclaim their lives. They are taking their lives back. You can too. It takes a lot of work. But then again, it takes a lot of work being miserable. I mean, you might be saying, hey, no, it's not. I sit on the couch, I watch TV, I veg out. It takes a conscious effort to do that. To get up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to deal with the repercussions. Or I'm going to go to work and I'm going to keep busy and I'm not going to deal with any of this and I'm not going to face any of this. Whatever way that you have been dealing with your life has not been dealing too kindly with you. So it's time to do the transition into the best life that you can have. It's possible. If you're sitting there thinking that you're stuck, you're not. Only if you choose to be stuck. So call a tow truck if you have to. Call a friend. Let them help push you out of the way. Whatever you need to get moving, get moving. Because you're the one that decides how you want to live the rest of your life. So, maybe you convinced yourself that, you feel so miserable that, you're evil. Well, that's something that you told yourself. Because no matter what you tell yourself, if you got into the military, if you got into firefighting, if you got into police work, you didn't get into it because you're evil. You get into those jobs to save lives. And there's nothing evil about it. If you are grieving, that is not evil. Evil people do not grieve. So maybe it's time that you stop trying to convince yourself that you're living in darkness because you belong there. You don't. I mean, just like your car has a transmission. You go from one gear to the other. Depending on where you want to go, that's where you move your shift. How about you shift your life? Shift it from being stuck in park and letting everything you have go to hell. You know? Don't put it in neutral with, you know, your engine revving and everything else, like your head is spinning. And your wheels are spinning, but you're not getting anywhere. How about you actually find out where you want to go and then find out how to get there? You can take back your life. PTSD, the cause of PTSD didn't defeat you the first time. Don't let it defeat you now. Take back control. It's yours to have. So maybe you should stop telling yourself that you know you're stuck, there's no hope for you. Stop telling yourself that you don't deserve to be happy. And start telling yourself the things that you really need to know. If you want to change the way things are, you've got to change the way that you are dealing with them or not dealing with them. I mean, this is your life. There are plows that went ahead, went down the road and cleared the way for you to get to where you want to go. The road's already been cleared. You want to get in your life and drive? Or you want to just sit there and wait? What are you waiting for? It's not going to get better unless you get in and drive. Instead of worrying about what's driving you nuts. What's driving you crazy. What's driving you this and driving you that. What's driving you to drink. What's driving you to do drugs. What's driving you to be angry. What's driving you to push everybody out of your life. Yeah, that's all driving. But that's driving you. You're not driving it. It's time for you to start driving your own life and deciding where you want to go. It's your life. Time to take it back. See you next week.